born in Ethiopia in Addis, but my family is originally from Eritrea. So in 1998, when the war between Ethiopia and Eritrea started, we got deported to Eritrea. And also, if you're a teenager, have ability to be trained in the war, they will put you in jail so you don't go back and fight them. So that's when my dad decided to let all the teenagers go home, which is my brothers and my cousin, escape to Kenya. And that's when they met Jesus.
So I was in Tuscany for 3 days, and the third night that we were spending, we have to sleep outside because it was hot. And I heard a voice. There was a big light, if somebody flashing the light on your eyes, and then I heard the voice saying, and then I woke up, I woke my mom up. I was like, I can't see. She was like, of course you can't see, it's pitch black up here. I'm like, no, I can't see the dark. She said, nobody can see the dark. She just said, like, just go back to sleep. And I woke up the next morning, and I was like, thank God I can see. And I told her, like, yeah, I just want to go home. I don't know about this. And then the next morning, we went back home. No, so when we got home and we arrived at the city, I used to see when my brother used to go to this one building. It's just a regular house. So I went to that place, I knocked on the door, like, hey, I'm here, I just want Jesus. He was like, what are you talking about? He wasn't sure if I was a spy or working with the police, so he was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen, I need Jesus. And he was just like, but what, like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he kind of trying to figure it out, you know, if I was really needing Jesus or just trying to find a way to get into the building. He let me in, and I told him, you know, about the dream that I had, and he led me to, you know, the prayer, and that's when I received Jesus. And after that, he asked my name. I told him, and he was like, how did you know about this place? I'm like, yeah, my brother's coming. He was like, you that Eden? I'm like, yep. He's like, we've been praying for you for 3 years. And then after 8 months, I got baptized. His friend drove us near to the border, and then we walk from there. Walk at night, hike during the day. It's a long way, maybe because there's a lot of bomb. So my brother knew what area the UN was clearing out, which is he worked for. And they're always looking for people on that light, so you have to pass it through the night in order not to get caught. So we got to the camp. They give you like one pot, one cup, and a tent. That was the first time I can really say, oh, this is what hopelessness looked like. So you can look around where we were. There's nowhere you can go. You can walk as many days you want. You can run as many. There's nowhere you can go unless you get a car and they drive you out of there. When you get to the place, like, there's nothing you can do to solve the problem that you think you have. There's no way. You're just literally sitting there waiting for someone to come to get you out, someone to come to give you the food you need, because there's no resource at all. So in 2017, one of my clients canceled, and then they put another person who they needed the hair color and cut. And then I went to meet the client. She's like, I have a big event. I just moved here. I just need help with my hair. And I'm like, why did you move here? What made you? She's like, oh, we planted a church. I was like, wait. So I just keep hearing about Passion City. I felt like I was part of it. I signed up online to get all the information, and
you showed up, and
my kids went there. And then when we were leaving, my girls were like, can we stay at this church? I'm like, sure can. I've always trying to find a way to be a part of a DC community, knowing that how DC need Jesus. Start going to Passion City. I felt like I found the puzzle that I can just serve the community. And because of that, I feel like for the first time I was connected to DC, not just live in DC. My life was just more like so much of a chaos, but it was just almost looked like, when you bury a seed, that process was where I was born and grown up and all that life. And then as soon as that day I met Jesus, I felt like I became a tree. So I feel like that's the only way I look at my life all the time. It's like I am that tree that God planted in this world. And I feel like I get it from Passion City. By being there, I can be that tree that's being planted to say yes to Jesus all the time. When I came to Passion City, I was able to see how I can be the light, just to be a person they can call, to be able to help other people, and just to spread the light and the generosity of what we're here for. So that really gave me a room how I can be a light in the city from the little small thing that I have. So that took off the excuse I don't have time, and I'm busy, I don't have a lot of money resources to give. So if you find a way to be the light, because there's so many ways you can do it.